Hi Aries, this is astrologykiki with your March forecast. The focus this month will be on your 12th and your first houses. Your 12th house is kind of an interesting house. It's a very spiritual, it signifies the subconscious, but it's also a period where things are kind of slowing down. You're recapitulating, you're summarizing really your year ahead in preparation to move forward into a new year when you enter your first house, and then you can kind of come forward. So the 12th house is a little bit more introverted. You're taking it easy. You're kind of reviewing your previous year, and then once your first house comes out, it's really all about you, and you're coming out, and here I am. It's your birthday. And so we move from one to the other within the month of March. And last month in February, there was a solar eclipse in your 12th house. And the 12th house is pretty broad. It can cover anything from institutions like hospitals, jails, government, school systems, all the way to spirituality, astrology, the subconscious, secrets, hidden things, gossip. So it's really quite a broad range. So I'm not sure how it would apply to you if even your birth chart was near those degrees of the eclipse in February. But if you were affected in one of those ways, whatever it was, it will probably carry forward into a bit into March as well. Through the beginning of March, you have Mercury in your 12th house, and Mercury is the planet of communication. So sometimes when I see Mercury affecting your 12th house, just be aware that it could signify something like secrets or gossip, and something that has to do with a very 12th house aspect of communicating. It could be something, there's a lot of communication possibly in your spiritual life, or yoga, meditation. So it doesn't necessarily have to be negative in the sense where it could be gossip or secrets or something, but that's a potential. And then, of course, you have it could be anything else that the 12th house does. You have to do with institutions and such. On the 8th and 9th, Pluto in your 10th house will be sextile to Mercury in your 12th. So that's good. You may see an opportunity come up with regards to career, a lot of communication and initiation going on at that time. Take advantage of it. Sextile means you have to go out and take advantage of it. The opportunity doesn't just fall in your lap. On the 12th and the 17th, Saturn in your 9th will be square, which means it's a challenging aspect. And by that I mean you need to take action. There's something that requires you to address whatever's going on at that time in order to overcome an obstacle. And so on the 12th, which is, by the way, a full moon in your 6th house, Saturn in your 9th will be square to Mercury in your 12th. So that sounds like there's a lot going on. But what it means is, so your 6th house, which is your house of work environment or health, will be opposite of Mercury in your 12th at the full moon. Now, full moons can be revealing. Something that you weren't aware of could come to light at that time. And sometimes when you look at 12th house issues with the full moon, You're looking at possibly something that was hidden or secret coming out around the full moon. Since the full moon is in your 6th house, it could have to do with something at work, something going on with the doctors. 6th house has to do with your health as well. So, and then Saturn is in your 9th, and it's square to those. So Saturn likes to teach you lessons. It's kind of a harsh planet, and it likes you to be conservative, and your 9th house is the house of many things: long distance travel, higher education. So at this time, you could see here's some possible scenarios. Possibly there is something going on at work, some kind of push and pull, some secret that's revealed, or there might be a travel or something to do with the institutions there, because the 12th has to do with hospitals as well, and 6 has to do with your health. So maybe there is a sickness. Someone needs to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. Someone near you does. Hopefully not. Or it could have to do with long distance travel. Someone from afar. Just communication with someone from afar, or a court matter. Could be any one of those things. There's so many different aspects to the 9th and the 12th houses that to say it's any one thing would be a little bit crazy. It could be any one of those things, but having to do with your 9th, 6th, and 12th houses. On the 3rd week of March, there is a conjunction, which means planets are really close to each other, between Mercury, Venus, and Uranus, and they will be in your 1st house. The 1st house is about you, and these are actually quite pleasant planets. You have Mercury, the planet of communication. You have Venus, the planet of love and money, and it tends to smooth things over. It's a very easy planet. And Uranus, which is the planet of surprises, unexpected events. So you could have some unexpected event, but should be very, lots of communication. Should have some be very easygoing. Possibly have something to do with love or money at that time. So positive things going on. There's a new moon on the 28th in your 1st house. It's all about you. It's your goals and your dreams and you initiating something. Great time to get something started. And just, if there's a project that you've been wanting to work on, that might be the time to initiate it. And just be aware at the end of the month, on the 29th and 30th, there are a couple of squares there. And they deal with your 9th, 10th, and 7th houses. So you could have some challenging communication with regards to your career, your partner, and maybe even some travel or higher education or court matters at that time. Or just with regard, if you're traveling, maybe you'll see some delays. There could be some kind of issues going on between your work and your partner. And that's March. Thanks.